What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? I hope y'all had girl, I feel like I'm lopsided, but who cares? I hope y'all had a beautiful week so far. Mine's just been going good, surprisingly. It's okay, nothing but work, getting that out the way, a little tired from that, but I'm making it do what it do. Baby, don't worry about my tongue, okay? Because I know somebody gonna notice it. It's bothering me, you know. I had a mint and I didn't know it was gonna be this color, so it make it look black, blue, or whatever, girl. A mess. Anyway, let's just get up into this video. Another what it is, and to be quite honest, it really wasn't much that was going on this week. To be quite honest, okay, let's just give an update. This is the first thing right off the bat. We is just gonna talk about it. Listen, the Kelly Price situation. Okay, now I told y'all last week on Saturday, we was like, where's Miss Kelly Price at? Girl, let us know what's going on. Hop on live or something like that. Tell us what's happening or whatever. And so if you don't remember the situation, if you were not in the loop and you just so happened to bypass all of that, I don't know if it was Friday or Saturday. I think it probably was Friday. Either way, one day last week it popped up saying that Kelly Price was missing. Okay. And I was like, wow, because people have been asking about her, whatever. So it was just really crazy that that had popped up. And not only did they just say she was missing, like she was in the missing database, okay? Like she was literally officially put out there as a missing person. And they said that, tried to make it seem like the boyfriend at the time that we thought was the boyfriend, who is now technically her husband. Well, no, it's not technically, he is her husband. They were trying to make it seem like, he was trying to keep her away from family and friends or whatever, locking her up in the house and, not letting nobody in, letting nobody know what's going on with her, including her kids and everybody else. And we haven't seen her. We did a wellness check and, nobody answered the door. So therefore, let's make her a missing person, a couple of wellness checks. And, the attorney comes out and says that she's okay. The sister comes out and was like, listen, I haven't seen my sister in a minute. So in the past couple of months or whatever, when she said she had COVID and all that stuff, we haven't seen her. So we don't know what's going on. And I don't believe the attorney or whatever. And this is the thing. And this is probably why stuff got so big, because we do live in a day and age, and we have to remember that people like to sensationalize, you know, a lot of stuff. But also, we live in a day and age where we don't know, especially as when we don't know people's business, we assume the worst, okay? And sometimes we can't take people's word as face value, because some people are just fake and phony with it, and they can be lying through their teeth, and it can't be some grimy stuff going on behind the scene. So that's most likely why this situation went as big as it did, because before this, truth be told, nobody was talking about Kelly Price. All right, nobody was talking about Kelly Price. Nobody made a big fuss when Kelly Price was ranting and raving about Hertz saying that she owed a car that she already turned in. Nobody was making a big fuss about her and this promoter that was trying to, take money from them without, well, have her perform without paying them or whatever. Nobody made a big fuss about that. It was mentioned a couple of, and maybe one, a blog or two about both of those incidents. And truth be told, the Hearst incident wasn't even talked about at all. But the promoter thing, because, she went on IG Live, she's good for that, put up a video and she talked about that or whatever, because it affected her coins, it affected her reputation. This promoter lied on her. But other than that, nobody was talking about it, okay? And I didn't even know that she had posted that she had COVID. I don't even follow her, okay, to be quite honest. So just saw it popped up on my timeline, and that's probably where people have their doubt, because we've seen cases where people say they're okay, but truth be told, they're under distress. But this really wasn't that. And after the only reason why I said, Kelly, go ahead and pop up on live to let these people know that you're okay, was when the sister came out and said, I haven't seen her. And at this point, I'm thinking, who would be more concerned than her friends and her sisters, and more reliable to talk to than her family and her sister, her kids and her sister. And so at this point, all of this is going on. I guess we get a little chatter here and there saying that, oh, the daughter says she okay, this person says she all right or whatever. So my concern about it kind of lessened, because it's more people coming out than not that's saying that she's okay. So I was like, cool with that. for the most part. But I still a little skeptical, just a little bit. But I didn't let it show. It ain't none of my business. I'm pretty sure she'll be all right to figure out whatever it is that she's going through. Baby, all of a sudden, Nikki Gilbert, okay, from R&B Divas, okay, she heard it through the grapevine, all right. Brownstone, she heard it through the grapevine, was sitting on her brownstone that Kelly Price was okay, all right. She said, "Listen, let me tell you something. I was sitting on my brownstone, and Kelly Price came over there. She was like, "Listen, girl, I'm all to the good. You know what I'm saying? I am okay. I just want to let y'all know that I spoke to Kelly, and she is okay. You know what I'm saying? When she's ready to talk, she will talk. But until then, if you want to know the details or whatever, just tune into my show tonight. We will be talking about this on my show along with some other topics or whatever. And the link is right down here." I said, "Excuse me." Now, some people feel like what Nikki did by alerting us by saying that Kelly is okay, that was wrong. um she was doing too much. No, it wasn't wrong that she alerted us and let us know, or let the public know that she was okay, because at this point in time it's no longer a private matter, it's a public matter. As soon as that flyer went up saying that she was missing, it became a public matter, okay. But where Nikki went wrong and where most of us had an issue with was, you do not say that this lady is okay and then plug your stuff to promote your little situation that you got on YouTube that you do, or whatever, your little show that you do on YouTube or Instagram. You don't plug that and entice the public. Like, this is a hot topic right now, especially in the Black community. We are concerned about what's going on with Miss Kelly Price, and we want to know some details. You knew that people wanted to know some details, and you knew that that was a reason to get people to tune in, and that would be the only reason why people tuned into your shit. And that was wrong. And then you get in your feelings or whatever when you on your show because people were saying that you was clout chasing. Because that video came out, and then the brat came out. She was like, "I just got out the airport and I had to get on here." And she basically cussed Nikki Gilbert out for the first time, because she called her out and said it seemed like clout chasing. It seemed like clout chasing. We are all friends with this woman, and I spoke to Kelly too. I know she's okay or whatever, but at the end of the day, she didn't want this put out. I didn't put this out because she didn't tell me to put it out. It's a whole bunch of other friends that probably knew that she was okay, but they didn't put it out because let her do it. She didn't say do that. You know what I'm saying? And I get exactly where the brat was coming from. And I was in the brat side on all of this because, and somebody probably said that, the brat coming out talking about it too is sound like clout chasing too. But I feel like it was more so out of anger. Like, why are you promoting your stuff when you say your so-called friend is missing and she's okay and she's going through her stuff, and you using her situation to get viewers? That's what it was, okay? And Nikki Gilbert, I didn't tune into the live, okay, or whatever it was. I saw the replay the next day on YouTube, right? And I looked at the whole 1 hour and 48 minutes of it, all right? And let me tell you something, because this is a tactic. This is a tactic, because I could have did the same thing, because that's probably one of the hottest. When us, sometimes when we get on YouTube and we do the hot topics or whatever, it's something that's really, really big, and we didn't do an individual video for it. It's really, really big. So we tack it on to, we want to talk about it when we do all of our topics together. You know what I'm saying? Like when I do my what it is. What some of us will mostly do sometimes, depending on how big it is, and because we want the views, okay, or we just want people to just really watch, just watch the whole video. Don't just fast forward. I want you to listen to everything that I got to say. And I know that you're only here because of this particular topic. So instead of talking about it at the beginning or a little bit towards the beginning, middle, I'm going to wait till the end and let that be the last thing that I talk about, so that you have to sit through and watch the whole thing, unless you want to fast forward and all this stuff to try to find a spot. That's what Nikki Gilbert did, okay? Because I've done that before. You know what I'm saying? So I knew exactly what she was doing. You wanted people to watch, okay? You wanted people to either watch or just listen or whatever, because you knew that they was tuning in mostly for the Kelly Price information. And she kept on saying, "I'm going to get to that later. First of all, let's talk about these missing girls or whatever and all this stuff or whatever. Don't make it seem like this Kelly Price situation is the reason why I'm talking about it, because we've been on here. I've been about the missing girls in Detroit and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo." And yet she kept on mentioning Kelly Price. but you kept on saying you're not clout chasing at the same time. But yet you kept on saying Kelly Price, and you knew what you was doing. You were using her for views, okay? That's all that it was. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, we like, okay, we know girls are missing. What's going on with Kelly Price? All right. And it's unfortunate that we got to think that way, but that's exactly what it was, you know? Excuse me. So she doing all of this, and she had a little panelist, and I think one of the ladies that replaced the lady that passed away in her group Brownstone, she was on there too. And it was like two other women. She talked to a sheriff, okay, whatever. They were talking about, you know, missing women and all this stuff or whatever. But then probably like, I'll say 50 minutes into it, that's when they get into the Kelly Price situation, like towards the end, literally, towards the end. And she took so long to get to the point. And what made me mad about the whole thing, like I said again, you say you're not clout chasing, but she kept on bringing it up. She kept on bringing it up. I know y'all not here for this, and I know y'all only here because of the Kelly Price stuff or whatever. This is the most people that we ever had looking at my stuff or whatever. Because she had over thousands of views. You know, probably over 1,000 people up in there live when I had went and clicked on it for a second and then left the exact day. It was like over 1,000 people. Okay. And now when I looked at the live replay, she was like, this is the most people that we probably had on the watching the show. Okay. Talking about something, I've been doing this. Y'all just ain't interested or whatever. But now y'all want to look at it because of the Kelly Price situation. You the one that did that. You saw a tactic. You saw a way. Okay. It was a strategy. You can't tell me no different. And then you get on there, you say this story. And you kept, what bothered me when she was relaying the story about Kelly Price and how she became involved in it. And, you know, people was calling her, the family was calling her, the sister calling her daughter calling her. I'm trying to say, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved. And, you know, me and Kelly, we cool, but we haven't really talked like that. Because when she put the video out, she made it seem as though Kelly reached out to her just to reach out to her because they close. They're not close like that. Okay, that's that friend that we talk to every now and then. We're not close like that. You know, we're industry friends. That's what it sounds like. But, you know, her daughter reached out to her. Okay, go ahead and do a wellness check. That's what you need to do, but leave me out of it. Okay, do another one, but leave me out of it. Okay, well, I can't do this. I can get you in contact with this person and that person, but leave me out of it. That's what she kept on saying. And then also what she kept on saying was, you know, when Kelly called me and when this thing happened or whatever, so-and-so happened, but I'm not going to say that because that's private. And then Kelly said this also happened, but I'm not going to say this because that's private, you know. And then also this other stuff happened, but I'm not going to say what happened because that's a private situation. And I'm going to let Kelly say it. Why keep bringing up something that you know that you're not going to be able to say? I said, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was sitting there looking at that thing like, Nikki, you know exactly what you're doing. And then it got to the part where, you know, after they got through talking about what happened with the whole situation, a rundown about Kelly and her involvement in it, and the fact that she finally came out and said something or whatever, it's people, you know, she was throwing shade shots at the brat. You know, she was like, the whole thing, she was just like, you know, it's so crazy how people keep on trying to say I'm clout chasing and I'm this and I'm that. And, you know, one of the ladies on the panel was like, how are you clout chasing when you're the first female group that was signed to Michael Jackson's record label? I said, what that got to do with what this is going on? Okay, we ain't got no accolades in here to know that you, just because you got these accolades, you can still be a clout chaser. And that's exactly what she was doing. Okay, you was clout chasing, and it just wasn't right. You was doing it for views, and I was just like, it was messed up. And then the girl came for the brat and her girlfriend. Because I guess the girlfriend said something. I don't know if the girlfriend said something, but Judy, I didn't hear or see a video of Judy even responding or saying anything involving herself. I only saw the brat respond to the Nikki Gilbert initial video that she did promoting her stuff, okay? And then all of a sudden, the girl in the panel, she was like, you know, why they up there, you know, over there promoting this hair products and, you know, fake you know, health teas and all this stuff that's fake and not FDA and approved, you know, you doing all that mess. What have you done for the community? What have you done for this? And what have you done for that? Up there doing the stuff for the white man and making white man dollars and stuff like that. I said, excuse me, Miss Lady, what are you talking about? Why are you getting pissed off at the brat because the brat called your girl out? Because your girl was wrong. And that is when the brat came out after that live. And she got on live with her girl, okay, on her account. And that's when they went in. All right. She was like, listen, bitch, I know Kelly. And I've known her long too, because you know she used to be background singer for Mariah Carey, and me and Mariah Carey, that's my best friend. Okay, so that's back in the Tommy Mottola days, and she got that ass. You know what I'm saying? She was going in on her because you disrespected her, and you allow her to be disrespected, and you allow her girlfriend to be disrespected who didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? That girl didn't say nothing. You talking about what it is that she's not doing or whatever. And the one thing, this is how I know that you don't follow this girl and you don't know what you're talking about. And and I'm talking about the person who said this about her, and the fact that Nikki was co-signing. Say what you want to say about the brat. She could be problematic sometimes or whatever, but she gonna stand up for her people, okay? And then her girlfriend, regardless of if she's promoting this or promoting that on her Instagram or whatever, she's promoting her company. She's promoting her business, okay? And she also is very heavily in her community. She does donation drives. She does every time something happens, she's always throwing a charity. She's always donating some stuff. So for them to say that she's not active in the what is she doing for the community and stuff like that, I was offended for that. And that's why they came at her ass. It was just a lie. I love a Kelly Price, okay? And my whole thing when it comes to this, don't put people business out in the public if you don't want public opinion, because it's no longer private. Okay, so you can't get mad when the public start commenting on it because it's no longer private. Okay, that's one. I feel as though Kelly Price, you know, she did come out on TMZ and she said she's battling COVID. And one of the main reasons why nobody could get in touch with her, or, you know, people was coming by her house and she didn't know who that was or whatever, causing scenes and stuff. And so she had to go to a different location, I believe. But, you know, she said she had COVID for a minute up until they had to take her to the hospital, and her husband was taking care of her and he was cool. But after it's like a week after she had it, while she had it, he caught it too. So you got two people in the house trying to recover from COVID. Okay. And so that's most likely why nobody could come in and actually see them. You know what I'm saying? And it was just ridiculous how this shit just spiraled out of control, because they tried to make it seem like oh boy was just had her strung up and tied up in the basement or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They dug all up in his past, and I was like, that's messed up. And then come to find out her and the sister ain't been talking since before the mama passed away a year ago. That was the last time they seen each other. They always been estranged. So for the sister to come out like that, and mind you, the sister was also promoting her shit too. I'm sitting here like, this is a circus, and I just saw a whole bunch of stunts and shows. That's all that it is. And I feel as though, you know, I'm glad that Kelly Price is okay. You know, it do seem like something is still a little bit off, but I'm gonna leave it alone. And what I really feel like, you know, she still should have just said something. When it got to a certain point where media really was all up involved in everything, and then you got to put yourself on the missing person, she should have came out then. You know, if she was well enough to sit down and do that video for TMZ, she was well enough to get on IG Live, laying up in the bed. Excuse me. Hey, y'all. I seen the reports and stuff that's going on, and I just want to let y'all know I'm okay. I'm well. I'm just recovering from COVID. Peace and quiet. That's all that I'm doing. And thanks for the concern. I love you guys, and hopefully I'll be great soon. Peace. That's all she could have did. That's all she could have did to avoid all this stuff. But her sister should have shut the fuck up, and everybody else should too. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about this. A mess. A mess. Okay? Moving on from that. I already talked about BMF. If you ain't seen the new BMF show that's on Stars, no, I am not reviewing it. But I did catch the first episode. Shout out to Cash Dolls and her titties. Ooh. That's not right. Okay? Cash Doll, she did a good job, okay? She did a phenomenal job. I did not even know she was going to be up in the series. But, you know, it's just the first episode. And I think I'm a Cash Doll fan now. How shallow of me, girl. You got to find something. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. The BMF Black Mafia family about Big Meech and his brother Terry, you know, it's really good. That first episode, the way it ended, baby, with Terry getting popped. Oh, popped in the face. I said, oh my God, he just had a baby. He just had a baby. It's good. Okay, y'all keep on watching it. Give them some views. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get renewed because it's a 50 Cent production, and I always do on Stars. He has a deal with him, so hey, it's good. I enjoy it. It's something that I'm watching for my pleasure, for my leisure. That's why I'm not reviewing it, because I got a whole bunch of other shit that's coming up that's already been on the schedule to do. So that's why I'm not reviewing it. So hey, it is what it is. Cynthia Bailey, Real Housewives of Atlanta, she came out with a little statement on Instagram saying that, her time with the Real Housewives is come to a close, okay? And how they try to make it seem like it was their decision to leave. Basically, Bravo said bye. Okay, it's time to bring in somebody else new. All right, and so at this point, I'm very much indifferent because I did like Cynthia on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I really did. I like the goofiness that she did bring, the calmness that she did bring. And when she got out of character, like when she actually bossed up to people, whatever, that was nice to see. I never forget when she kicked the fuck out of Portia in her stomach. I was like, wow, Cynthia, okay. That was fun, okay? She'll stand up for herself when she finally needs to, okay? It took a minute to get there, but she got there. And but seeing her gone, it's just like, I don't care. Not saying that I don't care, but I'm not sad about it or whatever. She did bring a certain dynamic to the show, but I don't think that it would make that much of a difference with her not being there. Okay, like she's not necessarily in any drama, unless I wouldn't. And that's the thing. If she would have came back for season 14 and all of a sudden her and Mike is having drama and issues in their relationship, all of a sudden now that you just got married, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it, okay? And now all of a sudden you're having issues with this person and that person. I just wouldn't believe it when it's coming from Cynthia, because it's just, when it's Cynthia, no, I just, she's not that type, okay? So that was going on. They say one of Akon's wives, okay, sister wives, she's supposed to be coming on there. What her name is, Rosani. Let me find it, cause I wrote that shit down somewhere. Real Housewives of Atlanta is adding Rosenia Nagasi. She's the wife slash singer, wife of singer slash entrepreneur. Well, one of his little sister wives. Okay, she got 2 kids by him. I think he got like 4 wives. Okay, 1 legal wife and 3 other side chicks, if that's what you want to call it. Baby, I don't know. All right. I don't know how she gonna fit. I do know that she is good friends with Sheree Whitfield, so that is a possibility. That makes it a stronger possibility that Sheree is coming back for the next season. But I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not excited about this season either, okay? There has nothing happened that made me excited about this new season coming up, all right? Especially after how the last season was. And that's, let me just put this out here. The last season wasn't bad, okay? It wasn't bad. It was just missing something. It was missing something, a little bit of flavor, a little bit of seasoning, or something was missing from it. It was very much watchable. It had its moments that it really reeled me in, but for the most part, I was like, okay, what's next? Okay, can we move on to the next thing? Is this really what we're going to be talking about? It just seemed more fabricated than anything. Okay, and I think people saw through the shit, and that's why we just didn't like the last season. But at this point, I feel like a lot of the drama probably going to be fabricated at this point, because the main drama that a lot of people probably wanted to see was the Portia situation, and it's 9 out of 10 Portia ain't coming back either. So I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Moving on from that, Angelina Jolie and The Weeknd might be fucking. And I had mentioned that again before, and just don't get her back on drugs, okay? Because, I hope The Weeknd is cleaning out his system. I don't want her to turn back to her old ways. Even though I love me some wild and crazy Angelina, because that's what made me fall in love with her, okay? Like, for real, for real. I was like, this lady is crazy. She fine as shit, too, but she crazy. That would forever be my white love, okay? Forever. Y'all already know. All right. I don't care. I don't care. Team Angelina. All right. She did not take that that woman's man. Okay. They was already getting divorced when they start hooking up. All right. And I will go down to the depths with that. Okay. So don't even try it. If you're going to try her, get the story correct. And don't come and try to correct me in the story because I ain't going to believe it. Don't correct me in the comments because I ain't going to believe it. Okay. We all got a whole pass. Okay. That's what it is. Anyway, moving on from that. The Weekend and Angelina, I just don't see it, but hey, it is what it is. Stranger things have happened. And speaking of Stranger Things, when the hell is that coming back? When the hell is that coming back? Them kids probably 27 years old by now, okay? Since the last time we done seen them. Girl, anyway, moving on from that. Um, Sunny Hostin and Anna Navarro, that whole situation that happened on The View a few, over last week when they were supposed to interview Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris. And all of a sudden, before the interview was supposed to happen, Sonny and Anna got called out because they tested positive, you know? And at this point, I was really like, what? So y'all just did the test right before y'all went on air and y'all couldn't get the results back quick enough? I thought they do that well before, and give it time for everybody to get the results clear before they say, okay, in 5, 4, 3, go. You know, I thought that. So I was a little taken aback by it. I said, that's weird as hell. Why did it take so long to get the test results back? Okay. And I'm pretty sure they doing rapid testing. Okay. And, those are not always, they say don't necessarily use them because those are not always true, you know what I'm saying? And what found out that they had a false positive, okay? So they did not have Miss Girl. And I was like, damn, did y'all have to announce it on TV like that? And of course, I'm pretty sure they felt some type of way because I would feel some type of way too. You put that out there to the world. You got people that's against this and against that or whatever, trying to make it seem like, see, this is why I told y'all not to do this and not to take this. And come to find out, no, your argument is invalid still because it was a false positive, okay? It can affect people around them and all this shit. It was just crazy. And, from what I'm hearing, it's rumored that they did it to the two people that, had a lot to say about Haiti because I've been seeing a whole bunch of stuff that Sunny been saying. I don't even watch The View, but I saw that clip when she went in and she was asking the questions that needed to be answered. And speaking about Haiti, what happened to the Haitian immigrants that was at the border of Texas? They started talking about that 2 days later. They was all gone. Okay. All gone. So y'all just deported them all back that quick. Y'all literally swept that shit under the rug like y'all swept them underneath that bridge. I said, that's messed up. That's messed up. I'm so mad. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. An 11-year-old boy got stabbed in the foot by somebody at a haunted house that was working at the haunted house. So the person was supposed to be one of them people that come out and be like, scare you. Ah, okay. And he said, listen, let me get this knife. He went and got a knife from home. And I guess he didn't have the prop knife. And so that's what he was using to scare people. And my whole thing is, why would you do that? That's a danger. That's a liability. And they're not going to charge him. Bitch, I'll charge him with everything. I sue. Okay? Because why would you bring something like that to a haunted house? Everything's supposed to be props. Okay? It's like bringing a real gun when you're supposed to have a fake gun. You know what I'm saying? A toy gun. Or loading it up with real bullets when it's not supposed to be. That's like what happened to Bruce Lee's son on the set of The Crow. When he got shot with them real bullets and it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be a prop gun and it went. Killed him. But, and ain't no charges. Girl, please. I'll be suing all up a storm, okay? Moving on from that. Will Smith in his GQ magazine article. I didn't read the whole thing. I read some excerpts. And basically what it comes down to is Jada and Will gonna be together. I'm not necessarily sure that they are happy together as a couple. More so together because they're friends, okay? We learned that, basically what I got out of it, Jada, she doesn't believe she comes from a very unconventional, family or whatever. So she didn't believe in the marriage stuff or whatever. She practically was pressured into getting married, having a wedding and all that stuff or whatever. And he had an affair. He had probably a few relationships, which caused her to, step out of the marriage. Not necessarily having an open marriage, but they did have their other people the other time where they stepped out. That's basically what I got from it. And the fact that what he do? He made a birthday present. He had this big birthday present or whatever that he was, you know, thinking of and working on for 3 years, and Jada didn't even like it when he finally presented it to her. It was like, this is so ego driven, okay? And on the one hand, I think it's real for these couples and these celebrities to come out and say the dramas and stuff that goes on within their households, to let these people know that, while you talking about some couples goals and stuff like that, we got issues too. But on the other hand, it's like we already kind of know that, but we ain't need you to confirm it. But thank you. But can you keep some of that stuff to yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's only a couple of it's a handful of celebrities that I would like to know a lot of details about them, but then again, I'd be okay if they don't, because that ain't none of my business, because I feel like I probably have changed my perception of them, and I don't want that to happen. But it's just some that literally divulge everything that we did not ask for, okay? All we need to know is y'all good? Y'all good? Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. I don't care who you sleeping with, because at the end of the day, and people don't act shocked that, even if they were to have said that they had an open relationship, an open marriage or whatever, there's a lot of people out here that do the same thing with marriage, with regular relationships, with, they have their time where, oh, you can go do this and you can go do this with that person if I'm out of town, and I'm gonna be gone for this amount of time or whatever, and you feel the need to go get your thing, okay, go ahead and get your little thing, just don't bring them to the house or whatever, and make sure them bitches gone before I get home. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They got their little shit like that. And if it's that type of respect and that type of, situation that y'all are both consensual on it, and consenting adults about it, and that's what y'all arranged or whatever, I don't see the issue. And if it's been working, do what you do. Okay? Everybody is not finna follow what society deemed normed, okay? Because even in the Bible, I'm one of them motherfuckers. Even in the Bible, it was a whole bunch of them that had multiple wives and multiple partners. But girl, yeah, let me stop. Okay, I don't care what happened up in them people's household. Let them be, okay? Shut the hell up. Let them be unhappy together, okay? Moving on from that. Speaking of other marriages, Miguel and his wife, they got divorced. They're separating. They're getting a divorce after being married for what, 4 years? They've been together for 17 altogether. I think they were like high school sweethearts or something like that. But they've been together for a long time, and they're getting a divorce. I think they got married in 2018, and now they're getting a divorce. I thought they was gonna last, and there goes the soul. Sometimes, if it ain't broke, don't mess it up. Why is it? Can somebody put that in the comments, okay? For my people that has probably been through divorce or who are married now, why is it, do you think, that if you've been with a person for a certain amount of time and the relationship is going good or whatever, you probably had your little problems here and there or whatever, but then when you get married, all of a sudden they getting divorced like a year later or 2 or 3 years later? Why is the divorce coming quicker than the whole majority of the time that y'all been together? If y'all got any ideas about that, thoughts and opinions on that, put that down in the comments. I would like to see them. Moving on from that, I'm just gonna be real quick because he don't deserve that much, because it is what it is. And I already been saying it. Shout out to Sparkle. Okay, that's my friend. All right, shout out to her. And y'all know I don't do that shit, but that Sparkle in the R. Kelly case, it was her niece that was in the original case. That was her niece that was in the video. Okay. And the difference between this time and that time back then, first of all, they did not have Tim locked up in jail to wait a trial. He was out long enough to sway the public's opinion, okay? That's what it was. Public opinion got swayed. Jury opinion, I feel, got swayed. And also there was nobody there to testify against him, because the family refused to testify because he was paying them off. Because people in that family were still working for him at the time, even after this whole thing went down, So that's one. And then of course people are just in the industry that are disgusting, is just gonna, cover up stuff like they always been doing for decades, for years, for, since the beginning of the time, covering up shit. Okay. And it's nothing about, oh, they bringing a black man bent down and it's an agenda, and they trying to get this person. No, it's called being held accountable for your crimes. Okay. For your mess. All right. Don't call nobody fast, because I don't care if that was the case. You're a grown ass fucking man and you know right from wrong. At least you should. And that is what you should have said. Hell no. That's what you should have did. Okay? But at the end of the day, you did not, and you was doing other disgusting and sadistic ass shit to people, and therefore it's time to pay the crime, okay, for your crime. And he was found guilty on all charges, and he's facing damn near life in prison. That's what he's facing, and that's just for that case right there that was happening in New York. He still got two more cases out here in Minnesota, and I think one out here in Chicago. Either way, he still got a couple of more cases on him. Okay, so that's probably gonna be some more time. That's probably gonna be served congruently, and of course they're gonna try to appeal. And of course you got people that's saying he didn't do it, he innocent and all this stuff, and you got people in the industry caping for him, and it's just, Chuck deep in his stuff, and then he had to come back and backtrack and say, what he did was criminal after you just put out. No, what you initially put out is how you truly felt. Trying to compare him to Ike Turner and, Rick James. They all served, well, at least Rick James, I know for sure served some time. And, yeah, you should be able to rehabilitate, but, this shit has been going on for decades. And I truly feel as though I already knew the aunties was going to be out there because, of course, they was outside that courtroom and protesting and all this stuff. Free him. He not getting free, okay? And the people that stand up for him, it's just like, so that means that you will give your child to him to do that, or you will give a family member that's probably of age to be uh uh abused by him like that. And that's just messed up. That's just messed up. That's how I think. I put my family into that position, and I put people that I care about into that position. And it's like, what would I do if I found this out? Would I believe them or not? Of course I'm gonna believe them, because that's my family and I love them. You know what I'm saying? And I think what really got them was the Aaliyah testimony, or the stuff about more details about what was going on with Aaliyah, and then all the other people that actually got up there and testified, the witnesses. Okay, and truth be told, Barry, he came out basically saying that he did not know most of the stuff that was going on that had went down between him and Aaliyah and R. Kelly, and had he known, he would have did something. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. I believe that family knew, and no offense, no shade. I love Aaliyah, all, but I had to be honest. I believe they knew. I believe they knew more than they tried to say that they did not. And I feel as though a lot of the people that knew shit and saw shit and participated in the cover up of shit, they should be on trial too. And with all of the stuff that he's been doing all these years, they need to be on trial as well, because to me, you're complicit. But hey, it is what it is. Moving on from that, the man got what he deserved. Bill Cosby, I want you to shut up, okay? I really want you to shut up. You up here caping for a pedophile, sadistic rape. Oh, wow. Okay. And then caping for book girl. He's just all the way down bad. All the way down bad. But we're gonna move on from that. Trick and Trina, their radio show might be off the air, whatever. I don't know if it's coming back. Nobody has really said anything about it. So I just heard that it was off the air, and that's crazy. Y'all was listening to it. And truth be told, after looking at that episode, I don't know if y'all still watch Real Housewives, not Real Housewives, but Love and Hip Hop Miami. Trina is a lot to handle, okay? That episode when we first saw her at that radio station, and it was the day of her brother's death, his anniversary. And she came there with such nasty attitude, and she was going off on everybody. And I'm sitting here like, y'all let her get away with that. Y'all ain't, reprimand her, whatever. I get it, you going through some stuff, but you should have took the day off, and you shouldn't have came. Okay, so you don't bring that to your job, And then on the recent episode, and the way that she was acting all devious, trying to get the photographer to stay when you was the one that was late. No, I just didn't like that. So, truth be told, I'm not surprised. Anyway, moving on from that, Rick Ross has agreed to pay $11,000 a month to his the mother of his 3 children, Brianna Singleton. Um, he also is paying child insurance, the health insurance for the kids, and extracurricular expenses that is $7,560 a year. Also, miscellaneous expenses that is up to $3,000 a year per child. Okay, and then he has to pay her attorney fees, which is like $25,000. And he said his monthly income is $585,000. Baby, baby. Cause I be wondering, like, if you and I just saw MTV Cribs when he on there. Like, he has a house that has 109 rooms, okay, plus a whole bunch of cars or whatever. Like, his shit is literally an estate, okay. That shit look like a goddamn theme park, okay. That's how fucking big the shit is. And I was like, how was he up to, like, what is the utility bill looking like? What is the water bill looking like? What is the power bill? I'm just like, oh my God, it's a lot, okay? And then I have to remember, I'm saying, like, how is he getting money? Because he ain't making music like that no more. So how is he upkeeping this? I forgot he got the franchise and the partnership or whatever with Wingstops or whatever. He did give one of the stores or whatever to his 16-year-old son for his birthday. But also, he got that. He probably doing shit behind the scenes. He got to constantly keep on making money to support all of that. Baby, this the one that he dogged and kind of denied that the kids was his or whatever. But Dana said it's yours. Okay, so hey, you do what you gotta do. Moving on from that, that is a lot of money. Can you imagine? $585,000. That for 1 month. If I made that in 1 month, that'd clear out all my debt and leave me some shit on the side to get a house or whatever, bitch. Okay. Oh, clear out my mama shit too. Oh my God, like, that just made me flustered. I wish. Shit. Anyway, moving on from that. But then taxes probably a bitch, okay? Whoa. And property taxes. Wow. Dina Lohan, Lindsay Lohan mama, she about to serve 11 days in jail for DWI for something that happened in January 2020. She was drunk behind the wheel, intoxicated. She tried to plead not guilty at first, but then, if she did that they was going to give her 6 months. Now they're giving her 11 days and like 5 years probation and some shit. I said, you know what? White. Moving on from that. 2 women have been arrested for drugging somebody. Listen, they's down there in Miami Beach, okay? They drugged and gabbled this guy, took him to the park, put something in his drink, and next thing you know, when he lost consciousness, took like thousands of dollars worth of stuff off of him, okay? From jewelry to phones to clothes. It was just a mess. And then they got caught on camera and then got caught wearing the same clothes that they did it. And then one of the girls confessed to doing it. I said, get you somebody, if you're going to do a crime, get you somebody that ain't going to snitch on themselves, okay? Like, ain't nobody just going to buckle under pressure and all that shit. She just said, fuck it. Yeah, that's us. We did it. I would have still denied it. I know it's I ain't the only fat light-skinned big bitch out here that got locks, okay? It ain't just me. You are out here discriminating, okay? You say we all look alike. Bitch, I play that shit. Then again, I probably crap in there. Let me shut up. Moving on from that. Girl, they say we might run out of money on the 18th next month. And the whole time, everybody like, if the country is about to run out of money, and this gonna affect Medicaid, probably Social Security, welfare, and all of these programs, these governmental programs and everything, Social Security, whatever. Why they just won't print some more out, okay? And I'm sitting here like, that is a good question. I have to look up why that is not plausible and why they can't do that, because I know for sure it's a reason, but because if that's the case, nobody will be in debt. Okay, these countries will never be in debt if you could just go ahead and the problem, and the answer was that, simple, to just go ahead and print some more stuff out or whatever. Because, I mean, we could have cleared up a whole bunch of shit if we just went on ahead and print some more shit out. But you can't do that. Girl, they need to get on the ball, because shit like this happened before and they waiting on the Republicans to vote yes on certain stuff or whatever so that they won't wait till the last minute. Girl, it's this government. It's a lot. Also, congratulations is in order to Rotimi and his wife Vanessa. They just welcomed their baby, 7. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Is it a boy or a girl? I just know the baby name is 7. You know, congratulations to them. Um, hmm, hmm. Anything else been going on? Yeah, no, okay. You guys, if you made it to the end of the video, like I said, if you want some topics or whatever, that you want me to like talk and we can do that, you know, I give my perspective on it, give opinion, and I'm gonna put it on my other channel, and then y'all can put y'all opinion and y'all perspective, like going back and forth and just getting each other viewpoints on it, and we can do that on my other channel. That's what I did earlier this week. Also, if you have any Ask Ashley questions or whatever, anything that you want me to promote or whatever, go ahead and send those to my DMs on Instagram or Twitter, or my email atm15 atm15 okay, so feel free to do all of that, and I hope that you guys have had a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you guys later. Peace.